On March 18, 2025, a glimmer of hope emerged from the ashes of the Ukraine conflict. Russia and Ukraine agreed to a 30-day ceasefire. This fragile truce, brokered by a phone call between U.S. President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin, marks the first significant step towards peace in months. The ceasefire focuses on energy and infrastructure targets, aiming to alleviate the humanitarian crisis engulfing the region. This agreement, while limited in scope, represents a critical opportunity to de-escalate the conflict. For 30 days, both sides have committed to a cessation of hostilities targeting vital infrastructure. This pause in fighting aims to provide a much-needed respite for civilians caught in the crossfire. The ceasefire, however, is only the first step on a long and uncertain road to peace. Numerous challenges lie ahead, including deep-seated mistrust between the warring parties and the potential for ceasefire violations. The world watches with bated breath, hoping that this fragile truce will hold and pave the way for a lasting resolution to the conflict. The coming days will be crucial in determining the viability of this ceasefire. Observers hope that both sides will use this opportunity to engage in good faith negotiations and work towards a peaceful settlement. The stakes are high, and the world is watching closely. The ceasefire agreement, while a positive development, comes at a price. Russian President Vladimir Putin has outlined specific demands as preconditions for a lasting peace. These demands include a complete cessation of all military and intelligence aid to Ukraine from the United States and its allies. Putin's demands highlight the complex geopolitical realities underpinning the conflict. Russia views Western support for Ukraine as a direct threat to its own security interests. The Kremlin's insistence on halting this aid underscores its determination to secure a favorable resolution to the conflict. Furthermore, there are hints that Russia might demand U.S. recognition of Crimea as Russian territory. This annexation, which took place in 2014, remains a major point of contention between Russia and the West. Whether the Trump administration is willing to concede this point remains to be seen. The potential recognition of Crimea as Russian territory presents a significant dilemma for the United States and its allies. Such a move would be met with fierce opposition from many quarters, who view it as rewarding Russian aggression. The coming negotiations will require delicate diplomacy and tough choices from all parties involved. The 30-day ceasefire is designed to pave the way for immediate and intensive negotiations between Russia and Ukraine. These negotiations, facilitated by international mediators, will focus on securing a maritime ceasefire in the Black Sea and a complete cessation of hostilities across the entire conflict zone. The United States, led by Secretary of State Marco Rubio, played a key role in pushing for the ceasefire. Ukraine, after initial hesitation, agreed to the proposal during talks in Saudi Arabia last week. The involvement of international actors highlights the global significance of the conflict and the shared desire for a peaceful resolution. Despite the cautious optimism surrounding the negotiations, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky remains skeptical of Russia's true intentions. He has expressed concerns that the ceasefire might be a ploy by Russia to regroup and consolidate its military gains. Zelensky's skepticism is understandable. Russia's past actions in Ukraine have eroded trust and raised doubts about its commitment to a negotiated settlement. The international community must remain vigilant in monitoring the situation and holding Russia accountable for its actions. The announcement of the ceasefire has elicited a range of reactions from the international community. While many have welcomed the news as a positive step, others remain cautious, highlighting the need for concrete actions to back up the words. Italy's Prime Minister has called for pragmatism and expressed support for the ceasefire. Turkey's president has offered to assist with security guarantees for Ukraine, a crucial aspect of any lasting peace agreement. These expressions of support underline the international community's desire for a peaceful resolution. However, significant challenges remain. NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg hinted that Ukrainian membership in NATO might be off the table, a concession that could appease Russia, but disappoint Kiev. The UK Prime Minister and other European leaders have proposed tightening sanctions on Russia, but the effectiveness of such measures remains uncertain. The road to peace in Ukraine remains long and arduous. While the 30-day ceasefire offers a glimmer of hope, significant obstacles remain. The international community must maintain pressure on both sides to negotiate in good faith and work towards a lasting and just peace.